Teleport. I thought I was gonna hit that. Oh, it goes through. I'd survive this drop, right? The answer was no. I would not survive that drop. Oh my god, yeah. I need to take care of those white guys. Let's do so much damage.
Egg goo spoo Roshan. If this misses, I am going to be so mad. I want to taste the speedy salt. Also give speedy head pats.
This is fine. This is great. DBD community, I'm sorry that the very first killer that I got adept on is Skull Merchant. I apologize. This tree so much. Oh, that is a big slime. It's so fast. Why is it so fast? Okay. Gee.
What a nice village. A shame if you damaged it.
Damn it, gun. Oh. Of course there's going to be a tactical nuke. I can find another bed. I do not get the button input for this game at all. Like, it just takes inputs from 2 or 3 seconds ago and then decides to use them. Roll! I'm not pushing roll anymore. Got our little house for our bees. Thank you so much, Silver, for gifting out a sub. Destroying the house before Gun could get to it. Ow. Please, dragon. I just want to leave. I just want to leave. I was hoping that I would have been able to jump the gap. I was not paying attention. Not realized. Built here, probably. Why am I drinking? I got hit by nothing. Happens. Yep. Okay. Gonna get hit by invisible attacks. Take one of the inputs. The whole world is filled with dragons. We don't need any more. I'm blaming you, Gun, for this. It's like 5 hits that should have hit that. Hey everyone, how are we doing? I am back from vacation. Quickly going through chat though, we got Gun coming hot with the first. Congrats on snagging that. And we're going to go over the Dead by Daylight stream today for The Walking Dead. And see what it's all about. Do we have audio? I don't think we do. Still no audio. Hey.
Welcome back, everybody. We had to fight some walkers, but we're back.
You seen any good live streams lately? I was watching Otster. Hi! So sorry about that. Obviously, some technical difficulties. As you might have known from our last stream, we are in a brand new studio in our own office, which is great, but with it comes new technology, and these things happen. So thanks for sticking with us if you have. We're not going to slow things down. We're going to actually keep the show running at a rapid pace where we would be right now with a segment to all about The Walking Dead with our good friend Matt Cote. So we're going to bring him out right now, a little transition card, and then he'll be right out.
Guess they had some technical difficulties.
All right, and we're back. Another day, another huge franchise coming to Dead by Daylight, and today we'll be talking about none other than The Walking Dead to celebrate our new chapter. So to help me out, we've brought out the amazing Matthew Cote.
Hi.
So not only is this another amazing chapter coming to Dead by Daylight, especially right after we just had 5 Nights at Freddy. This is like a...
We're busy.
Yeah, we're so busy. This is like a huge chaser after that. We got our amazing solo killer with Springtrap, and now we've got our survivor-only chapter with Rick and Michonne. And with Daryl Dixon, we can't forget the survivalist expert.
Yeah, that's true.
It's amazing.
So yeah, I mean, The Walking Dead has been such an important part of the horror world for a long time now. I mean, they've been escaping zombies for a while. So it's great to finally have them come to Dead by Daylight. And obviously, you know, we already have a couple of zombies already in the game, so they should feel right at home.
Right at home. Yes, exactly. And this is the first time we're really digging into the chapter since you were able to tease it at the anniversary stream at PAX.
Yeah, that was a fun one. So once in a while, we do manage to give ourselves the opportunity to do something a little silly, and that was super fun. So for those of you who watched the show, I know a lot of people were making videos and trying to figure out every single hint that we sprinkled throughout that broadcast. So I'll give you the rundown. So obviously the first one was the roadmap. We had a roadmap up there, and you can see that some of the letters were sort of scratched out, and they spelled out the ones who live. Obviously both a line from The Walking Dead and the title of a recent spin-off starring none other than Rick and Michonne. Now, I also used a pocket watch during the show to check the time at some point, which is, of course, like Herschel. Now, you might have needed to be in the front row for this one. It was kind of hard to see, but our very own Eric Pope was wearing a hat, as he usually does, and this one had pins on it, one with a Colt and the other one with a Python, obviously hinting at Rick's iconic gun. Rose was wearing a purple shirt, which was the exact same purple as Michonne's purple tank top. Dave, actually, during one of his segments, brought in a bottle of water, and on it was the wings design that you have right here, those very iconic wings Daryl wears on the back of his vest. And right at the end, I said, there's got to be something that comes after, which is something that Rick famously says in the show a few times. And it was...
I would never gotten.
Yeah, we like...
Again, I've never watched The Walking Dead.
It was really fun to see everyone online like trying to hypothesize and come up with what's going on. But
how many did you get?
Yeah, answer on Twitter. Send it in. I want to see it. But with that all said, like, what was the experience like with bringing those characters into the fog?
Well, it was great. The people at AMC helping us to do this were amazing. I mean, obviously, they've done a few different integrations already with The Walking Dead, so they knew how to do this well. They were providing us with all the assets that we needed and everything that we could have possibly wanted. They were also super open to us being creative about it, which is the best possible setup for a great partnership.
Absolutely.
And they also put us in touch with some of the actors so we can record some VOs for our characters.
Okay, so we've got some original VO coming in with these characters then.
We do. So Andrew Lincoln, who plays Rick, managed to record some lines for us, which was really appreciated. We also have Daryl Dixon coming as a legendary outfit for Rick. He's going to be voiced by Norman Reedus, obviously. And as part of our new release, we'll be doing a Maggie Green legendary outfit for Michonne, I believe. And Lauren Cohen is going to record some lines for that. And I'm going to say, like, we always try to add the original voices as much as we can because people like the authentic feel. And I think that we try to, you know, create something that is as genuine as possible to the original experience that we're honoring by bringing these people into the fog. Mm-hmm. Sometimes it's not possible for many different reasons. So even though we're not getting the original actress for Michonne, we are still gonna have some really good voice lines in the game. So the character is going to be voiced, just not by the original actress.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love Michonne regardless of how we got her.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and talk about Rick and Michonne.
Let's.
I love that we're getting this amazing duo in Dead by Daylight.
They are pretty cool. I mean, they are the ultimate survivors, right? And they're perfect to work with. To work together because they even though they have maybe a complex relationship in the show, there is some really cool dynamic between them, which led us to a great opportunity to have some teamwork perks in there. So yeah, I know you've been playing these characters quite a bit, so would you like to talk to us a little bit about the perks?
Absolutely. Because as usual, the team did a great job with integrating these characters into the fog and really showcasing their personalities.
Yep.
With Rick's perks, is really focused on him being a selfless leader, not selfish. He doesn't do that. That's not our Rick. And then on Michonne, it's really about that warrior spirit that she's got. So first off, let's go ahead and dive into Rick's perks. And we've got some really nice little videos too. So we're going to start with Apocalyptic Ingenuity. It fits right in with him being a resourceful scavenger in a world of walkers. And this perk allows you to rummage through chests to gain a unique ability that then lets you rebuild broken pallets into fragile pallets and is perfect for another shot at stunning the killer. His second perk, Come and Get Me, is pretty badass and really focuses on Rick being a selfless leader. And after you unhook a survivor, you gain a unique ability that, when triggered, makes any injured or dying teammate go completely silent and their pools of blood disappear. At the same time, Rick lets out a massive scream to reveal his aura so that the killer, he can draw their attention.
That's awesome. Now, I hear that you've been quite instrumental in creating some of Michonne's perk. Is that correct?
I love that you change this every time we talk about this. But yes, we're always talking as a team. And the roots of one of Michonne's perks actually came from a conversation I had with Thomas, one of our amazing senior game designers. So I had the privilege of putting my little dorkness into the game, and I'm very happy and very proud to see it come to light. And I asked you all to guess on socials which perk I worked on, and you all got it wrong. It was Conviction. Ta-da! It's a perk for Michonne, and it's all about pushing herself to the limit. So with this perk, healing another survivor grants you an ability to instantly recover when you're in the down state. And the catch is, after a short period of about 30 seconds, you'll become broken and revert to the dying state again. But the idea is that it creates this perfect window to pick yourself up and go for a last Hail Mary, whether that's trying to get the last minute unhook or trying to get a quick stun or get out of the exit gate. Michonne's second perk is called Last Stand.
Such a good
It's
perk.
a very cool perk that activates after you've remained within the killer's terror radius for a specific amount of time. And after a while, you gain the ability to do a fast vault directly into the killer to stun them and even knock a survivor out of their hands. So it's a one-shot perk, so once you successfully use it, it's disabled for the rest of the trial.
Good. Now, we talked about the fact that it was a great
That'll be a fun
opportunity for us
perk,
to
but I
bring
don't
some
see it being that
teamwork
great.
perks. Tell us about those, please.
That's right. So let's go ahead and start with Rick's perk. It's called Teamwork's Toughen Up, while Michonne's is called Teamwork Throwdown. So each one is very useful on its own, but using them together gives them just that ooh la la. So for Rick, it's if you're injured and near another survivor who blinds or stuns the killer, your grunts of pain, scratch marks, and pools of blood are all reduced. While with Michonne, when you pallet stun or blind the killer, injured survivors near you gain endurance, and the killer's aura will become visible to them for a short time. So you can see how these will work really well together.
Yeah, I can't wait to see that in action. It's going to be good. Now, we are also adding a new tile to the map set that we have along with the release of the chapter. So this one is going to be called the Fallen Refuge. The map is called that. It lives within the Withered Isle realm. And of course, it introduces a special Walking Dead tile that we're bringing into this. So the map can spawn randomly. Of course, it will be released at the same time as the chapter. It's coming in right now. Now, The tile is sort of a mix of different things. It's a mix of the hospital from season 1 and the prison from season 3, I believe. Two really iconic settings from the show. There were so many to choose from, we had to pick some. They will, of course, be covered in the entity's corruption. And we have put, I believe, a bunch of little jump scares that hopefully you'll have fun discovering.
I cannot wait to be jump scared. It's one of my favorite things to do in DBD is scream. So thank you so much, Matt, for walking us through all of that. That was a lot of fun, even just to see the clips. I hope you guys enjoyed the clips of all of those perks in action.
They look good.
They looked so good. But that's all the time we've got, so thank you so much, Matt.
Do I have to go now?
You do have to go. It's time to bring out Hollis onto the couch, and we're going to be talking about the collections. And just as a note, we do have Twitch drops active for this stream, so make sure that you've gone ahead and signed up for that. You can check in the chat or the QR code. Usually there's a QR code on screen. But go ahead and make sure that you've linked your behavior account so that you can get set up for that. And we'll see you guys in a minute.
Bye.
Make sure everyone has their drops set up so you can get the drops.
All right, so now it's time to talk upcoming collections, and we've got some great stuff part of this release, including, of course, some very cool outfits from our chapter collection. As Matt just mentioned, back on the couch with me, though, to talk all about it is Hollis.
Hello, great to be back.
So Hollis is our senior live operations specialist, and we're going to be just going right into the Walking Dead collection. So what can you tell me about this collection? We've got some really iconic characters with some iconic moments. So what did the team do to cook this up and get the ball rolling?
Yeah, you're absolutely right. We're doing a lot for this one right out the gate, with a lot more on the way down the road, trust me. The collection is launching today with the chapter, and will feature 3 outfits for Rick, 2 for Michonne, and then each of them will also be getting 3 uncommon torso pieces to help with a little bit of mix and match variety.
Okay, I love to hear mix and match. That's my favorite word. So let's start with Rick. As Matt mentioned minutes ago, the Legendary is going to be coming in. So maybe you could expand on that.
Yeah, sure. So like Matt said, Rick's Legendary is actually a really cool Daryl Dixon outfit, complete with all new voice lines, both in lobby and in the game, recorded by Norman Reedus himself. Now, Daryl is one of the most beloved characters on TV, and let's be honest, you can't really have a Walking Dead chapter without him. So we're really happy with how he turned out, and excited to have him as the centerpiece of the collection so far. Additionally, buying the outfit will also unlock a Daryl Dixon badge for you, so don't miss out.
Okay, so when it comes to Rick and his other looks, this character's been through a lot.
Absolutely.
So how did you guys choose which outfits to really secure for him in the fog?
Yeah, so Rick has a lot of iconic looks throughout the series, and we chose 2 that were in kind of 2 different directions, really.
Okay.
His first is called Last Day on Earth, and it has him in his classic bomber jacket. Fans might know this as his murder jacket, his killing jacket, because whenever you see Rick wearing it, someone is going to die a horrible, painful death. Whether that be him biting someone's throat out or slicing a cannibal apart with a machete. It's truly a jacket for all occasions.
Okay.
And then
Versatile.
Rick also has his Brutal Awakening outfit, where he's wearing his hospital gown. And this is kind of basically the opposite vibe of the jacket, because this is the outfit he was wearing when he first woke from his coma in the first episode. It may seem like a bit of an out there choice for an outfit, but we like it because it kind of represents Rick leaving his old world behind, which is a nice parallel for him being taken by the Entity and being in DBD.
Yeah, I like that duality in general. You've got one that's all about taking life and one about usually saving lives.
Yeah.
But, you know, this is Dead by Daylight, so.
Sorry.
Michonne is like another one that has like some really great
Absolutely.
looks, especially coming into the fog. So like, how did you all choose hers?
Yeah, so we all love Michonne here, and we wanted to give her some really amazing standout looks to start off with. The first one is called The Next World, which is taken from season 4 of the show, when the prison they're staying at is overrun by walkers after being attacked by the villain known as the Governor. She's got her white vest, a vest, a white shirt, and she's also has the scabbard for her katana. Now, obviously, survivors can't have weapons in DBD, but we still wanted to add the scabbard as a nod since it's such a key part of the character.
It looks so good.
Her second outfit is called What We Become, and it's more of a cloaked / hooded look taken from season 10 of the show, where she leaves Alexandria, leaves her family, leaves her friends behind to go search for Rick after getting a clue that he may be alive.
I love that.
And then, like Matt said, at Halloween we'll be introducing a legendary for Michonne, which is Maggie Green. And that will be voiced by Lauren Cohen herself, who played Maggie on the show.
Oh, that's awesome. I cannot wait. That's going to be great. I cannot wait to get my hands on all of that. But there's so much in this collection, and I just literally cannot wait to see what we add in the future. So that covers it for The Walking Dead. So what can you tell us about the next collection that's coming out as part of this release?
Yeah, so this is a new one called the Party Hard Collection coming out on August 19th. And this one is more or less what it sounds like.
They're getting wasted?
Less of that and more getting murdered.
Oh, okay.
So imagine this. There was a party, you know, cake, ribbons, gifts, a guy trying to suck your fingers.
Okay. I mean, what kind of parties are you going to, Hollis?
Listen, I don't go to many parties. I just have to kind of assume that's what's happening at them. But
I
anyway.
wouldn't assume that.
Oh, well, my bad. But anyway, we're showing you the aftermath of that party. So this collection launches with 2 outfits for Killer and 2 for Survivors.
Okay.
The first is an outfit for the Clown, speaking of sucking fingers, called the Bad Entertainer, because what's a party without the entertainment?
It's some bad entertainment, all right.
Here he's wearing a homemade mascot outfit since he couldn't afford a real one. And basically, he goes to the party and falls face first into the cake immediately. So whoever hired him did not get their money's worth.
Absolutely did not.
And then we have Chucky in his birthday doll outfit. Now, Chucky loves to party. He's decked out in frosting and ribbons and also has a backpack full of presents. But since it's Chucky, those presents are just an assortment of deadly weapons. That's what you get when you give someone a good guy doll for their birthday.
Yeah, so what about our survivors?
Yeah, so for our survivors, we have Dwight and Claudette wearing their life of the party and sharing time outfits. Once again, they're both decked out in streamers and hats and frosting, so Dwight loves to party.
All right. So let's go ahead and, get away from this party. This is not my scene. So next up for the next collections is a fan favorite, actually, that was inspired by one of our other character cosmetics, right? You want to talk about it?
So this one is called the Counterculture Collection, releasing on August 12th, and it's actually inspired by an outfit that Nia was rocking all the way back in Tome 10. Players really loved it, so we wanted to expand on it with a whole collection.
Okay. So what are we going to have? Like, who's going punk in this collection?
Yeah, so for starters, we have David King wearing his efficient bouncer outfit. That's clearly inspired by the UK punk scene. He's actually working as a bouncer at a punk-themed bar, and he's made sure to dress the part.
I love that. That looks so good on him.
We also have Zarina in her blending in outfit. She's actually undercover at a punk concert trying to get a scoop after getting a tip that the band may be up to some nefarious things backstage.
Zarina mentioned her.
Then there's also the Trickster in his My Way outfit, who's taking a break from K-pop to try his hand at some K-punk.
Oh, God. It looks good, though.
Then finally, we have another take on Nia, who was once again the inspiration behind this whole collection, and she's decked out in her Safe Place outfit.
Wow.
This is taken from her time away from her home in Sweden when she was living in the United States.
That looks so good. Oh my gosh, I love that. I love it. And we're already announced a few other collections that's being released around the same time, so maybe you can give a little reminder.
Yeah, so if you saw our PAX stream, you would have saw that the Tomb Raider collection is adding 2 new outfits on August 5th. There's, of course, the iconic Lara outfit, which we saw. That's inspired by her classic look that everyone knows and loves. And then we also have her Shadowrunner outfit, which we can show you here for the first time. So this is the Shadowrunner outfit from Rise of the Tomb Raider that she uses for more stealthy missions. Also, for anyone out there who does not already own Lara, we've got a bundle for you that includes both the character and the iconic outfit at a discount. And last but not least, we're also adding a new entry to the Modern Barreau collection on September 2nd. This is an outfit for Hattie that was originally going to be her Lunar New Year outfit, that, if you guys remember, that has been reimagined into the Modern Barreau collection. This new reworked version is called the School Special Day outfit.
Hattie girl, yes, I love that. That came out so well. Oh my gosh, and thank you for showing us all of those amazing things, Hollis. I cannot wait to see them pop up in the fog. I'm not sure about that party you were talking about. I don't think I can go to that.
That's fine, you're not invited anyway.
Oh, okay, Hollis is never going to be on the show anymore. But next up, we've got someone I do want on the show, which is going to be Peanuts with a T, talking about the latest that's coming up with 2v8, so stay tuned.
2v8 news. Let's go.
Hey, and we are back. I'm back. Dork's taking a break. Hollis is going to jail. He's always like that, by the way. I want people to know Hollis is always like that. An enjoyable man. Also, I just want to throw, it's not even in the script, but someone mentioned this to me. Tomb Raider. Tomb Raider was part of that discussion in the last segment. While I was on vacation, there were some rumors about Tomb Raider just like going away. That's not happening. That's not happening, so everyone cool your asses. Tomb Raider's staying with us because we love them. Moving on to the segment we're here to talk about, 2v8 with my dear friend Peanuts with a T. Peanuts, fun fact, used to be on my team, on the community team. One of us. And took that community knowledge and has now moved over to game design, which is the dream. So now we can design the game with that community-informed decision-making. Welcome, Peanuts. How are you?
I'm great, thank you.
Very cool to have you on that side. What?
What did I miss in that last segment?
Hollis Unhinged is what you missed. But yeah, 2v8. We actually have a really cool iteration on 2v8 to talk about on this show. Usually we're adding a couple new killers per iteration, but we're doing something different this time, right?
That's right. So normally we add 2 new killers with each iteration of 2v8s. This time around we decided to forego that and instead focus our efforts elsewhere. So we have a mix of gameplay-focused updates as well as a brand new quality of life feature, and we think that'll really improve the experience.
Yeah, so let's start with that. We talked about it a little tiny bit at PAX. We are calling it the Play As You Wait feature, yeah? So the hope is to make the wait a little less daunting for our killer players. Why don't you tell us some more?
Yeah, exactly. So we love seeing so many people team up as killers in 2v8s, but with so many people trying to play killer, there's just not enough survivors going around to fill their lobbies. So to help kind of give you a way to pass the time while you wait, we've worked on a new feature called Play While You Wait. It's super simple. All you need to do is you queue up as a killer in 2v8, and you'll get the option to play as you wait. If you say yes, then we'll put you into a 2v8 survivor lobby, and you can play that match out, all while retaining your place in queue as a killer. It's also worth noting that if there's a blood point bonus on survivor at the time, because typically when there's more people playing one role than the other, we offer you little blood points to jump over and help balance out the queues. Then you'll also earn those blood points for that Play While You Wait match.
That's fantastic. So the killers still get to dip into that as well while they're waiting. So that sounds fantastic. I'm really excited to see how this plays out with our killer players when this rolls out. So one of the things about 2v8 that's unique, you know, obviously, killers can actually play with a friend for the first time since this mode started. What if you're playing with a friend? How does this feature work?
It works exactly the same. So the party leader will decide if you play while you wait or not.
Put that through.
If they say yes, then you'll both be put into the same survivor lobby, and you get to play the match together all the way through. And then when the match is done, you get brought back to the same killer lobby as when you started without missing a beat.
Nice.
Love it. And just to say, the plans for this play while you wait, play as you wait feature are for it to be permanent in the mode. Obviously, we want to see how it works. It's our first time, but the plan is for it to be a permanent addition. So let's see how that goes. Now, gameplay, you mentioned, we're not adding a couple new killers, but we are making some changes. So why don't we get into that?
Yeah, exactly. So we're making some changes to a couple different classes for both roles. So on the Survivor side, we have the Escapist class. That's the one with
God, it's
Sprint Burst if you're
bad.
having
Like,
trouble
there were
keeping track.
sometimes 45-minute waits for killer games.
This one simply, we're just reverting this to an earlier version, one that players liked a little bit more. It should cut down on some of the accidental activations and accidental exhaustions. Next one is the Guide class. So we're adding some new abilities to the Guide. Now they'll be able to trap generators with effects very similar to the perks Blast Mine and Wiretap. So you can have the generators work for you and spy on the killers. And if the killers decide to kick them, then you can also leave them a little surprise.
Oh, we love surprises.
The last one we have is the Shadow class. So we got some feedback last time around that it was a little too strong and it made the killer undetectable for a little bit too much of the match. So we've made some changes to the way the undetectable effect is applied. So now it'll be up for 60 seconds and then go on cooldown for 60 seconds. So it should help mitigate how much it's active.
Awesome. That sounds like a bunch of great changes. Thanks to your feedback out there. We have a killer update coming. It's maybe a killer that people talk about a lot each time we do 2v8, so why don't you get into it?
Yeah, that's right. So we do have some changes for the Legion as well. First up, we reduced the, excuse me, what did we do? Let me look at the scripts. We reduced the uptime of Feral Frenzy slightly. So it should be a little bit more difficult to cross the map and get a hit. Second thing we did was we reduced the amount of Killer Instinct effects that can appear on your screen. So you used to be able to see up to 7 at once, and that could be a little bit too much information, a lot of things blinking on your screen, a lot of heartbeats going on. So we've reduced that to 4.
Okay.
The third thing we did was we reduced the number of hits that it takes to down a survivor with your power. Now, it's a double-edged sword, so on the one hand, it's going to be easier to get it down with your power, but on the other hand, it's going to be harder to run around the map, injuring absolutely everybody.
Okay.
And then the last thing we did was we removed the bonus tear radius size from the Legion's innate skill. So that's, again, going to make them the same as the normal Legion on live servers. And it's also going to make it so their Killer Instinct reading range with their power is a little bit smaller.
Awesome. That's a great package of changes for the Legion. So I think that players will be psyched. They're wondering, if you're wondering when you get your hands on the next iteration of 2v8, it is coming August 19th. It's going to run until September 2nd. It's just around the corner, so stay tuned. Is there anything else we mentioned that should be mentioned now in the mode?
Yeah, we have one more surprise. It's really more like 3 surprises. So we're adding 3 new maps to 2v8s. Those are all 3 of my favorite square maps. That's Greenville Square, we have Shattered Square, and then there's Treatment Theater, which is not even remotely a square, but use your imagination and work with me.
Theaters are generally square-shaped.
Usually.
Well, let's give it to them. Chat, we're going to give it to them. Thank you so much, Peanuts. It's really fun having you here. I miss you on our team. You're always welcome back, but you're doing a good job designing things. So thank you so much, and we're going to keep the show rolling. And up next, we are going to talk about something entirely different.
Except for Greenville being
a game called
in there.
It Has My Face, as well as our new
That map's
Rift
fun.
for DVD that's
I just
coming. That is
never get to
dope
play
as
it.
heck. So we're going to be right back with a new face for the couch, so stay tuned. Welcome back. I'll introduce this fellow in a second. So if you watched our live stream from PAX, we were live there. It was super duper fun earlier this summer. We did a segment where we mentioned an upcoming game called It Has My Face that Behavior is publishing. we thought it would be a good opportunity now that we're back in studio, we're not down in Boston, to bring on someone very involved with this game over here at Behavior. His name's Nathan Sellon. He's our VP of Strategy. He's here to talk to you about It Has My Face and why we think it is of interest to you, the DBD player. It is not a DBD game, but having played it myself, I spent my morning in the stressful world of It Has My Face. I definitely see the thematic connection of anxiety and horror. So, Nathan, welcome, first of all. Welcome to the show.
I was going to do a mute joke, but thank you very much.
So why don't you start out by telling us the story of this game, It Has My Face, how it fits in with everything we're doing here at Behavior these days.
So I think it's really important to note how this isn't like What the Fog, which we published last year. That was a game made here at Behavior.
Right.
It Has My Face is something we're purely publishing. The game was made entirely by Nightbite Games, who are a team of just two people, two young brothers in Turkey. They're super prolific. They've made a ton of games. And when they showed us It Has My Face, which they built in a game jam originally, gained a lot of popularity on itch, we knew it kind of had something special. So how does this fit into Behavior's publishing strategy?
Yeah.
You know, there's just like so much going on in indie horror right now. Like just last year, you had these awesome critically acclaimed games like Crow Country, Mouthwashing, My Side, and we want to bring more awareness to games like those. DBD has millions of players every month, and that gives us this huge platform to connect with gamers who love horror. And we think we have a bit of a responsibility to use that platform to shine a spotlight on gifted small studios whose games deserve more attention.
Heck yeah. So, like I mentioned, a bunch of us around the office have been playing the game. It is super fun, super stressful. So far, if anyone hasn't tried it, the demo is available right now on Steam. But why don't you describe what the gameplay loop's like?
Sure. So the core loop in It Has My Face is deceptively simple. For the most part, every round is very much the same. You start by pulling up your mirror to see what you look like. And I'm a huge fan of any game that has an original action like that, like a great, unique verb.
Like pressing F to pay respects.
Press F to pay respects. Yeah, that's like an instanced reaction.
Like that with a mirror.
I wish you could do that all the time. And I'm sure in chat there's a fair bit of that going on. I'm thinking of something like in the new Donkey Kong where you hold L to play music at any point.
Sure.
DK has a great whistle. The Friends of Ringo Ishikawa, an indie game that I love by Yeo. There's a hold button to smoke cigarette, which you can do at any time. It Has My Face is the same thing. You can hold up a mirror to see yourself. And every round starts that same way. You pull up your mirror, you look at yourself, and then throughout this big crowd that's kind of in this dystopian city, you try and find your clone, and then you kill them.
Naturally.
But they are trying to do the exact same thing. So that's the core loop. That kind of plays out over and over, but like any good indie game, that loop gets more and more twisted as you progress, adds new complications, and it gets quite deep as the game advances.
I also really enjoyed the mechanic that if you do screw up and you get killed by your clone, you're not starting back from zero. There's interesting catch-up mechanics, which I really like too. So
yes, roguelite, not roguelike.
there you go. So what are the differences between the demo that's available right now on Steam and early access, which is coming soon?
So yes, please try the free demo. It is available right now. But the end of that demo, play it through to the end, because just at the end you get this preview of some of the really scarier, the true horror elements within the game. And all of the narrative, the horror narrative within the game, that's all going to be within the EA version, which is coming out this fall. You basically have a full single-player campaign. And the other thing the EA version will have is multiplayer.
Ooh.
And playing this game 1v1 with a friend is really fun because you're both the same one.
Oh, that sounds super fun.
So that layer of deception adds like a really fun twist on PvP.
Got it. So it's a DVD live stream. Are there any links that we're going to have to DVD? Anything rewards, anything like that?
Yeah, so you know, we want to incentivize DBD players to try out It Has My Face, so we'll absolutely have some unique cosmetic rewards for anyone who purchases the game. We've got a really original badge, some super cool banners, and we're not going to reveal those just yet. We kind of like to do that alongside the DBD community. So, Otz, I know you're watching right now. We'd love to have you involved. But what we are going to show off today is a new trailer.
Yeah.
This one is a little more action-oriented, leans into the FPS side of the game, and we're excited to share it.
Cool. Well, thank you, Nathan, for joining us on the show. Maybe we'll have you back with more exciting, interesting things in the future. Looking forward to early access in the fall for It Has My Face. We are going to watch the trailer right now, and then I'll shut up. All right, Dork is back. Before we wrap up the show, we did want to mention, maybe you can see it a little bit behind me, our Rift Entombment is upon us, and it's going to run until October 14th, so we wanted to do a quick shout out there.
Yes, the earnable outfits from this Rift have a really cool style that blends bone and cloth together for some really unique looks. And the two main characters for this Rift are getting both Ascended outfits, with the Knight in his Funeral March outfit and Elodie in her Catacombs Wandering outfit. There's, of course, also a bunch of other unlockables like charms, banners, outfits for killers and survivors, including the Hag, Michaela Reed, Felix Richter, and Talita Lira. Because, of course, we have to have Talita in there.
Of course. And beyond the very
Knight
cool
seems to get a lot of
bone-themed
cosmetics.
the Rift also lets you earn 2 outfits
And I mean, they all
designed
look
by
really
our
cool,
latest
so.
community contest winners. Shout out to them. There's the Death by Roses outfit for Sable Ward, designed by Ferry Kun, and Unsolved outfit for the Unknown, looking like Robert Stack and Unsolved Mysteries, designed by shyboy.art. We, in fact, have
Love
actually
those.
just wrapped up
Cool.
entries for our latest round of the community contest. Pretty bonkers this year, yeah?
Yes. So last year we had over 3,000. This year we had over 5,000, which I'm going through and sifting.
That's your life now. You're changing your
yes.
desk, just watching
One by
slideshows of cool
one,
art.
going through it. But it's truly a treat. I absolutely love seeing all of your passion and creativity and how it's played out. So thank you so much for submitting your submissions. Not to everyone who sent selfies. Stop doing that.
Could be worse.
Yeah, could be worse.
So we do have, actually, speaking of Entombment, we apparently have enough time. We wanted to show a really cool trailer that the team has put
So
together
cool.
for it. So I think we're going to roll it right now.
Trailer.
Let's hit it.
Yeah.
such a good trailer.
You cannot tell me they don't have aura. They are farming.
And now that you see what we were talking about with bone and cloth, there's a lot
Yes.
of bone and cloth.
Oh, so good.
But yeah, just love the style of that trailer. So as we just have a couple minutes left, we're going to try to answer a couple questions before we get cut off and we got to go play the game. So first one. I'll ask it, you answer it if you don't mind.
Yep.
With the recent AMA, that was on Reddit, if you missed it, it was just last week, we were told that the kidnap tech with Ghoul is not a bug. Oh yes. Can you clarify this one?
Yes, so the so-called kidnap tech, which, wow, what a name, is not officially a bug. However, the interaction with pallets is also not fully intended. It's effectively a byproduct of how the killer's power works. So we know this is something that the players are very vocal about, and we want to make sure that we are addressing this with our designers who are investigating ways to implement changes without changing how the Ghoul works in general.
Excellent. Next, with the Walking Dead tile that Matt mentioned being on the Withered Isle realm, will we see any new maps or realms in the future?
You will. If you love new maps, you're really going to look forward to what's coming next year.
Teaser. The cosmetic contest that we mentioned just finished. Have you had a chance to look at the entries yet? Any clues?
There are so many entries. It's going to take some time to go through all of them, but rest assured, we've got some really strong contenders, making sure to have plenty for us to internally vote on and then for you to vote on, so stay tuned.
Someone sent an amazing Warhammer one that, you know, we can't do licensed stuff, but
Warhammer
it was great.
Ace.
I love it. I love Warhammer. Quick question, will we ever see all killers available in 2v8?
Yeah, so we'd love to be able to have all of our killers in the mode. However, it does take some time. So as you've already seen, there's difference balancing that we've got to do from 1v4 live game to 2v8. So our team of designers is working really hard on making sure we balance it so we can get everyone added in.
Yeah, I think it's good we put the brakes on it right now to do this iteration we're doing at the moment, but we're not done. So we've seen 2v8 a few times and Chaos Shuffle plus Lights Out. Will there be any other modes brought to the game?
So right now, there's nothing more that we can share about other things that we've been testing, but there have been tests, I can assure you. But we'd love to hear your ideas on what modes you'd like to see. So head on over to our forums and let us know and share with our team so that we can hear from you.
My Starbucks barista this morning asked for a one-on-one mode. So shout us your feedback. Like him, he's great. Shout out to him. Good coffee this morning. If you're queuing in 2v8 as a killer and you use the play while you wait mode that was mentioned earlier with Peanuts. Oh, bye. What just happened?
Oh gosh.
I still get to talk apparently.
We're never beating the allegations.
What happens if you're playing 2v8 with the play while you wait feature, so your killer's playing as survivors, but your match pops up while you're playing as survivor?
All right, and I already saw this popping up on Twitter. I'm looking at you, Lily. So do not worry. Your place will be saved for you. You won't miss out, and you'll have a longer queue time as a result.
Yeah, you won't
miss out and have a longer queue time as a result. So don't worry about that.
Word. All right, we do have to wrap it up. As you saw, they're trying to shuffle us off as we speak. So that's the show. A bit chaotic this week, but packed with exciting content. Thank you, as always, for joining us. We will see you again soon, and maybe you want to wrap us up there.
Yeah, so we'll see you again for our next live stream in a few months, where we'll be taking a look at an extremely cool original chapter that I'm working on. And so I'd love to see you there. Until then, enjoy The Walking Dead. P100 Michonne today, please. And thanks for tuning in. We'll see you in the fog.
Let's go raid Little Space Rock. Bye.
Well, that was interesting. I'm glad that they're fixing Legion for the 2v8 because he was incredibly annoying. Yeah, those perks. Michelle's. Was it Michelle? Whatever her name is, her perks sound incredibly broken. Kind of meh. Yeah, but also, like, you're coming off the anniversary one. which has like all the craziness on it. And then like the next one will probably be like the Halloween one. So like that's going to be a really big one. Then you're going to have like the Christmas one, which is going to be a big one. So this will always kind of be kind of the more of a lame duck one. I was hoping there'd be some more information on like anti-slug. But honestly, like, it's not... There's a lot of good stuff on that. Renewable Unbreakable, not broken at all, I know. Yeah, we'll see how that perk turns out. I have a feeling it's going to get changed around a bit. With that, though, I think we're going to be ending it off here for today. Let's see if we can find someone that we could like raid up here to get some extra channel points. I will be doing some DBD tomorrow, though. So we will be able to get playing on it tomorrow. I don't have anyone that's really streaming right now. So I think we'll probably just end off stream here for today. But like I said, tomorrow we will be doing some DBD. So be sure to show up for that. Love getting some DBD in. And it'll be interesting to see how everything looks tomorrow there. But yeah, thanks everyone for showing up. I will see everyone tomorrow for some DBD action.